Welcome back to Foodie Down Bronx. I'm your host, Am the Hungry Dominican. Our next guest is a Jane of all trades from the Bronx, a local 79 construction worker, self-taught hairstylist, nail technician and makeup artist, food lover and cook. Wow. Who showcases her work on a growing YouTube page and social media. She recently started her own food business, Meals by Micha, and specializes in special effects makeup and creating spooky looks for Halloween season. Welcome, Amisha Chokbe, aka Meals by Micha.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Thank you for being on the show. I don't even know.
course.
I don't even know if I should call you chef or what am I going to call you? You do so many things.
Call me whatever you want.
Wow, this is really impressive. This is okay. Hold on. I don't even know where to start. So, construction. Tell me everything that you do.
Well, I've been doing construction for about 11 years. Local 79. Gosh, honestly, I never really thought about being in construction. If you was to ask me how I got there, I wouldn't even know.
Right.
But it has gotten me through. I honestly love it. And yeah,
How did you get involved in that? Because again, you do so much, and like, I'm trying to make the connection between each profession, but there's like nothing. It's so different.
Well, I went to a vocational high school,
Okay.
Which consists of mostly boys. I took up HVAC technician,
sure,
so
okay.
I'm certified to do that. And straight out of high school, I had the opportunity to be in the union or like pretty much pursue what I wanted to do, which is pretty much performing arts. But I filled out the application. I didn't even think that I would ever get a call, so I just filled it out just to fill it out to have something under my belt. And they called me, and next thing you know, I've been doing this for like 10 years.
Wow.
So it's such a dope thing because I literally get to watch the city build. You know, like we build the city.
Right.
So it's a beautiful experience.
Yeah, that's really incredible. I'm assuming you work all over New York.
Yes.
So are there any specific places that, in the last few years
That I've
that you've been a part of, project-wise?
Oh, yeah. I worked on Yankee Stadium. Well, that was a couple of years ago when they built their whole new Yankee Stadium.
Wow.
And right now I'm working on a city building, working for Turner Construction. That's on Canal Street. So we do like a lot of commercial buildings also. A lot less of residential, but it's mostly commercial.
That's
cool.
incredible. So, so if I'm following the timeline correctly, you did construction before you jumped into cooking.
Yes.
But I'm assuming cooking was always a love of yours, a passion of yours, something you were always into,
Honestly,
or maybe it was not.
See,
See, you don't even know where
you
to start.
got me there. See, no, you got me
You
there
do so
because
much, you don't even know where to start.
honestly, I don't even know how I do it sometimes, So I get that question a lot. But cooking for me, I used to watch my grandmother cook before she passed. My mom cooks, my aunt cooks, and I'm talking about they cook with love. So I used to just like watch them, especially my dad. He's African, so he cooks so many African dishes. So I would literally watch him and watch them. And then with me, presentation is key, like when it comes to food, but it also has to taste as good as it looks.
Right, of course.
For me, but I don't know. I just, like if I want to make something, I will probably look it up on YouTube and see like how to do it. I'll add my own touches to it.
Right.
And I'm like, holy crap, like it comes out like really great. So
Right.
cooking has become something,
So
like I'm in love.
It's safe to say that you're a self-taught cook.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
You just sort of
I would call
absorbed
myself
what
that.
you saw your family doing, and then you sort of took that into the next level.
Yes.
So you, again, you do so much cosmetology. I mean, how did you fall into all of these other professions? So construction was really the first thing you did professionally. And then what came next? Was it your special effects makeup? Was your cooking next? Or did it all sort of happen seemingly at the same time?
I would say construction, obviously construction was first. I would say the SFX makeup came last because I'm like a Halloween fiend. I love Halloween. I just love the fact that you get to dress up and do so much stuff. It was one particular night I was at work and I was working late and it was Halloween night and I'm just like, there's no way I cannot not dress up for Halloween.
Right.
I don't care if I get off at 12 o'clock at night. I'm gonna do something. So that was actually my first time, I think it was 2011. It was my first time actually trying out like working with latex and stuff like that. And I tried to give myself a zombie look and I was like, wow, like, you know, it came out pretty nice. I would start to use my brother's face, my sister's face, and I'm like, let me try to do the skeleton, let me do this. And then it just,
Sort of
practice
snowball
makes
from there.
perfect, yeah.
So is it safe to say that you were a fan of horror movies growing up? I mean, did you?
Oh, no.
No. Oh, really? No. Okay.
I'm still not.
Really? Wow.
It's so crazy, I
But
know.
you take so much inspiration from
But
them.
I love it. I love it.
Wow.
I cannot. I'm a punk. Yeah, say what you want. Like I'm kind of scared of horror movies. Some of them I can watch, but I'll do the makeup for you. But I just cannot.
So which ones are the ones that you're okay watching? Like the PG-13
You know what I'm
ones
really
where-
scared? Like Chucky really scares me.
Chucky.
And it's so weird because you'd be like, oh, he's a doll, but the old, because they like to remake new movies,
Right.
like
We're
the
talking
old
about
movies.
the
I'm
OG
talking about the
ones.
old ones,
Yeah,
like
sure,
movies
sure.
like Carrie, Chucky, and the Boogeyman.
Well, I feel like, I mean, with the older movies, they definitely used, you see more of the practical effects.
Yeah.
And the actual makeup as opposed to like the CGI and whatever they do nowadays. So I feel like, I mean, have you seen something like The Thing, where it's this incredible, alien movie where you just have the grossest things happen. It's all practical effects. It's amazing makeup, things like that. I'm assuming from your face you have not seen The Thing.
I don't
And if you're
think
afraid
so,
of horror movies,
no.
don't even watch The Thing. Don't even worry about it.
No, I'm curious. I'm interested now. So
I just assume because you do such a great job, and I've seen some
Thank
of your
you.
work, that I was like, oh, she's a horror fiend. She
Thank
loves
you.
all types of horror movies, and you sort of absorb that. And
I
actually,
mean, I don't mind it, but I don't love it.
I wanted to come in today, and I wanted you to paint me up as the Joker, but we couldn't do it because of my luscious facial hair.
So much fun.
So much facial. So we couldn't do it. But you actually took one of our staff members here, Abraham, and
Yes.
you made him up to look like
The Joker.
the Joker. I like to call him Arthur Fleck because in the movie it's like he's not really the Joker until the end. But
Okay.
Either way, you did a great job.
Thank you.
So thank you for that. I think I'm still gonna hit you up probably like sometime and be like,
Of course.
I'll take this off and please, make me up as a Joker.
I got you.
And then I found out that you didn't even see the movie either. You just
No,
sort
I
of,
didn't.
You know
I
the,
still-
but you know the reference. You know the.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Especially with social medias everywhere, and then
Right.
you have so many of the other makeup artists recreating the look. So I'm just like,
So
this is
it's
pretty cool.
kind of like in your timeline.
Yeah.
You see it on social. You see all those
Absolutely.
things. I want to talk about your entrepreneurship. You have all these things going on, and you do your cooking. I'm assuming out of your home.
Yes. I cook
While
at
you're
home.
doing all of these full-time jobs and everything else.
Yes.
So you have, is it like a meal prep or what do you do with your food exactly? How do people get to taste your food?
And so honestly, I originally wasn't supposed to like sell my food or anything. Like I would just cook, I would take a picture of it, and people's like, oh my God, like that looks so good. How much? And I'm just like, like, I don't know, it's not for sale.
Right.
And then I'm just like, you know what? Like so many people kept asking, they would just require it. So I just made a separate page for my food, and I built my clientele over there. So I would do pickups in different boroughs because I'm not yet mobile.
Right.
So I would be in the Bronx for a week, and I'll say I'll set a certain amount, a certain kind of menu.
Right.
And people would choose. They'll send me the money through via Cash App and stuff like that, and you can pick it up. I send you my address.
So I'm assuming you would bring a lot of your food to work when you were doing the construction.
Oh, well, no, I haven't even gotten a chance to sell my food at work because
No.
it's kind of illegal. I wouldn't say it's illegal, but they wouldn't want me doing that. But I still do it on the side because I work with a bunch of men, a bunch of construction workers that love to eat.
Right.
And I love
Yeah,
to
that's
cook.
why I'm assuming you would just like give them all this food
Yeah.
and they would just be like, okay, how much,
Yeah,
for more of this food.
I
you know?
wish I could make that a job.
So I want to hit up on your, because you had mentioned it when we first started talking about your African roots and the food that you grew up with. Being from the Bronx, did you find that your cuisine at home was very different from other people's cuisines at home? Because, for me, I was around mostly Dominican, Puerto Rican food, right? And I didn't really get exposed into other types of food until I got much older.
Until you got
and
much
even moved
older.
away from the Bronx a little bit. Now the Bronx it's way more diverse when it comes to the food options.
Absolutely.
But growing up, it was just that. So what kind of cuisines did you have at home? And were they something that you could relate to with other people? Like, did they know what kind of food you had at home?
I definitely had a fair share of different cuisines. My babysitter when I was young, she was 100% Dominican, so
Congratulations on that. Good choice.
she was 100% Dominican, so Spanish food all day. That's
Right?
just like
Yeah,
my thing.
absolutely.
But when it comes to the African food, I absolutely think there's a lot of comparison between, I would say like Puerto Rican and Dominican, like in that range also, like a lot of foreign. Oh my gosh, if you talk
Like
about
name me
the cuisine,
one dish that maybe you grew up with at home that no one really understood.
yuca, like
Well,
yams.
Yeah, sure, you go. Yeah, okay. Okay.
I wouldn't say that nobody will understand it, but not a lot of people like it. Not a lot of people eat it.
Right.
But that's one thing that we eat a lot, like within our culture. Like we make it into fufu. It's like a dough kind of thing. You can eat it with soup.
Okay.
But I know within like the Spanish, you do this. You make it with the soup. Like,
Right. Right.
What is it called? Sancocho or something?
Sancocho, yeah, that's right. That's
I
right.
love that. It's so good.
Okay,
Stuff
so
like that.
we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk about your mukbang videos because I'm super
Okay. Oh my
fascinated about that whole thing going on.
Really?
All right,
Okay.
guys, grab yourselves a snack. Foodie Down Bronx. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Foodie Down Bronx. I'm joined on set by home cook, cosmetologist, and YouTuber, local construction worker, Micha, or Chef Micha, I should say. So we have this beautiful spread here, some really good smelling meat right here. What do we have exactly going on right now?
So right here, I just have some Philly cheesesteak. So this is just some steak that I pre-seasoned a couple of days ago. Actually, I like to have my food pre-seasoned.
So
I
all
have
of that
some
flavor
peppers.
is like
Yep.
situated in there. It's like married in
Yep,
there.
it's
Okay,
all
awesome.
in there. And I have some sweet peppers, some red, green, and yellow peppers. We have the Hawaiian sweet rolls. I love making it with the Hawaiian sweet rolls.
Really?
And then we have the provolone cheese and the Colby Jack cheese.
Excellent. Now, before we get into this, I
Yes.
had mentioned that I wanted to ask you about mukbang videos.
Mm-hmm.
I know what they are in a very general sense, but I do not understand what they are. So can you explain to me what exactly happens in a mukbang video? And is it similar to ASMR, or can it sort of be?
Okay, so I'm still fairly new on mukbangs.
Okay.
But mukbangs are pretty much when you eat and you hold a convo with your YouTube family.
Okay.
So whatever you want to eat, whatever you're eating for the day, you just get your camera, you prop it up. If you have a topic you want to talk about,
Right.
you can share it with the YouTube, and you just like to eat. It's so crazy because people really love to watch people eat.
Yeah, that's where I take pause. I'm like,
Yes.
I don't really understand.
Yeah, I didn't understand it either. Like I'm telling you, I did not understand. I'm like, why would I want to watch this person eat? But once, especially if you get a good, like if you see somebody with some good food, I don't know what it is, but you just get drawn to it. I caught myself so many times like, and then I just get hungry all of a sudden too.
I mean, I think at the most basic level, it's like eating is a communal thing, right? So like you see other people eating, and then you feel like you want to partake in it. I can get that, but at the same time, I'm like ASMR confuses me. I don't understand what that
ASMR
is. I mean, I know
for
what it is.
people
I just
with
don't.
the fetishes.
What's up with that, right? So that's why I assumed
That's a
maybe they were
fetish.
kind of similar to like a mukbang video.
I would say it's kind of similar, but I would say ASMRs are more like of a fetish because the sounds,
Like the whispering and
people
the-
love that. Yeah,
Right.
and it's the most weirdest thing,
Yeah.
but people really love it. So the ASMR, people love to hear the. You have some people who hate to hear people eat.
Yeah.
But the ASMR, people love it. I'm talking about the eating, all kinds of food sounds. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's so interesting. When I go out to dinner, I tend to not. I don't look at people when they're eating. I just sort of like try to make intense eye contact, or I just kind of don't. But you were smart enough to know there was a market for it, right? So you knew that you could go on YouTube and do a mukbang video and it'd be successful, because you do a pretty good job at it. I mean,
Thank you.
You say that you're nervous on camera and this and that, but you're actually doing a pretty good
am.
job. On YouTube, do you also do cooking videos, or you do?
I do cooking videos.
Okay.
I do hair videos. I try to.
And hair videos.
Yes.
Do you? Oh my God.
I don't have
Do you
one
do makeup
specific
videos
niche
too?
for it, but
Okay. So your channel has just random things that you are good at, that you
Yeah.
know how to do.
it's a reflection of me. That's how I
Okay,
feel.
perfect.
Like my
That's
page is
perfect.
definitely a reflection of me. I am a person who likes to get into any and everything.
Okay.
So on my YouTube channel, you will see that I will put them in playlists for people. So if you want to see hair videos, you want to see cooking videos, you want to see mukbangs, you want to see makeup, SFX makeup, vlogs.
Right. So you're definitely like a Renaissance woman. You do everything.
I love to do it.
Do you see? Do you sometimes like look at your analytics and see what is the most popular thing on your page? Like, is mukbang over something, or is it the special effects makeup?
Well, I'm fairly new still on YouTube. I'm growing slowly but surely, but I would say it's my hair videos that are kind of picking up, and the food, like the mukbangs. The mukbangs, people love mukbangs. Yeah.
So have you done this on your mukbang video? Have you made these specific?
No.
No?
No, not yet.
No?
I definitely want to though.
But you, let me ask you this: do you? Is it all food that you've made?
Yes.
Okay.
All home cooked food. I haven't had any outside food yet on that page.
Okay.
But everything is home cooked. Yes.
So do you do like a video where you'll cook the thing that you end up eating on your mukbang?
I really want to do that too. I was thinking about doing a mukbang / recipe, but usually I'll just make one video of the food that I made, and I'll probably do a mukbang the day after or the week later on the food.
Okay. All right. So let's get into this. Let's prepare this Philly cheesesteak. And again, I'm so fascinated by like all the things that you do. When do you have time to rest? When's the last time you slept?
Honestly, I'm here running on like 4 hours of sleep if you want to be technical.
Wow.
But
because I mean, again, I would assume that your construction job in and of itself is so time consuming.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so when you do your cosmetology and your makeup, when do you have time for all of that? I feel like like yesterday I was home writing all day and I felt tired. I was just sitting and writing. And how do you muster up the energy?
Well, I'm gonna break this in half because
okay. So we're putting on some provolone cheese, right?
Yes,
so
we're gonna put some provolone cheese on the bottom. I start with the provolone cheese at the bottom.
Okay.
Usually I like it to be nice and melty, but it's okay.
It's all good.
I'll just put this right
here. We'll work with what we have for now.
No,
we'll improvise
absolutely,
with it.
absolutely.
Okay, awesome.
Provolone for the base and the Colby Jack for the top.
Perfect. Yeah. So tell me, how do you find this time? How do you do it? What's your day today? I'm assuming that like right after this you're going to be doing something else.
Well, yeah, I do have a couple of Halloween faces to do today.
Wonderful. Okay. Right. So today being Halloween, this is your busiest day, or is it, or for some reason would it be another type of holiday that's busy for you?
I would say Halloween are probably like my busiest, and then like back to school when it comes to hair and stuff like that. So it varies.
Okay.
It kind of varies for me, but I do work 6 days a week. So I work Monday to Saturday. I'm either doing 8 to 10 hours. So I would try to balance it out. I mean, as far as food, I take pre-orders. So when you send the pre-orders, I know when to get the food ready for you. And I would, it just gives me time to prioritize, even though it's not easy. Like
I can only imagine how not easy it is for you. All right, so we're gonna jump in with the.
For the base, we did the provolone, and for the top, I did the Colby Jack cheese.
Jack, beautiful.
And this is the steak.
All right.
And we're just gonna.
I'm excited to try this out.
I'm excited for you.
So, what exactly will you be painting today for Halloween?
Okay, so today's face, I have to do Scar from Lion King. Somebody wants to do Scar.
Very cool. Okay.
I actually did that for somebody last week. Another person wants like just a zombie look, like a blown out face.
Very cool.
Really gross.
And do you get most of your clients through social, like through Instagram, through Facebook?
Yeah, I promote myself.
Okay.
I promote myself a lot.
Very cool.
I promote myself like to the core. So that's where most of my clientele come from. And then people would recommend me and stuff like that.
Ooh, fantastic. This looks super delicious. Okay, I'm gonna take a bite.
Of course, here you go.
If I end up having it all over my face, I apologize.
It is okay.
I
hope you like it.
I lack couth sometimes when it comes to eating properly, but let me try this out.
All food is meant to be messy. Some foods. You like it? I'm glad you like it.
It's very good.
Is it flavored?
Very flavorful.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, stay connected with Micha on Instagram at Meals by Micha. and SFX_Micha for her Halloween work. Well, guys, that is all for the show. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you to our guests today for joining us. Tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. here on BronxNet Optimum 67 and Fios 33. Also, tune in on the go at bronxnet.org and find us on YouTube. From BronxNet to the world, this is Foodie Down Bronx. I'm your host, M, the Hungry Dominican. Remember to feed your mind, feed your body, and if you see me coming along, feed me. Can I have my joker? Please come and join me. There we go. Oh, there you go. You want some of this?
Yes.
Have some of that. Thank you, guys. Adios.